Hi, today I'm looking at Ordinary World by Duran Duran. Great song, very good chord sequence, a really good one to play. Okay, so this song's got a lot of chords in it. It's got some unusual chords, and some of the chords you might have played in other songs, but possibly not these shapes that we're going to be using. So there's a couple of shapes in here that I don't remember ever using in any other song. But what I've done is I've worked out the shapes I think are the best ones to make it sound the most like the song. So it's probably the shapes that there's an acoustic guitar on there playing. Sometimes they possibly won't be what the guitar's doing. It will just be a chord that gives you the overall sound at that point of the song. So taking into account the keyboards and things. So if you're just playing this song on your own, these are going to be the best chords to use. Now, because there's so many of them, and they're a bit weird, some of them, I'm going to show you each of the individual chords as a separate section of this lesson, which I'm going to put at the end of the video. Right, so just quickly, in terms of the strum, what we need to do, if we've got a bar of 4 beats, we need to use a strum pattern that I call strum number 2. This isn't the exact strum all the way through the song, but it fits for the song, so this is a good place to start. I'll just demonstrate what this strum looks like. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going down, 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 up, up, down, 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 up. I think most people looking at a complicated song like this will probably already be able to strum quite well, so you're probably not going to have trouble with that. But if you do, then please put in the comments and I'll give you some tips, and I can maybe do another lesson on the strum pattern. So the intro, we've got B sus4 for a bar, F sharp minor 7 for a bar, D sus2 for half a bar, A over C sharp for half a bar, E5 for a bar. And that repeats, but instead of the E5, the second time we have a C major 13, which is that one. And that chord is just a single strum that rings for the bar. So it's 2, 3, 4. Then you go into the verse. Now over the top of the repeat of this sequence, it's an 8 bar sequence. There's 4 bars repeated. The second lot of 4 bars, there's the lead, the sort of famous solo part from the song played over the top. I'm going to do a separate lesson on the lead parts for this. So I'll just demonstrate that with that strum I was talking about. That's the intro. So the verse starts with C sharp minor 7 for a bar, half a bar of E, half a bar of F sharp add 11. So that's these chords. And this is a 2 bar sequence that's played 4 times. And what happens is the C sharp minor 7 is pushed on the 2nd, 3rd and 4th time. Now you probably already know, but just in case you don't, a push is where you change chords slightly early. Usually it's on the upbeat just before the down where you'd expect to change. So if you're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, rather than changing chord on the 1, you change on the up before the 1. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, change 1, 2. So you change on the up. That's a push. So I'm just going to play the verse quite slowly and demonstrate that, and you should hopefully hear the pushes. So the very first chord isn't pushed, but all the other C sharp minor 7s are. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then into the pre-chorus, there's another push. The first chord of the pre-chorus is pushed, only the first chord. And this only happens on this first pre-chorus, incidentally. The pre-chorus that's repeated later on, they don't do the push. That's a little detail. So the first chord is C sharp minor add 9, which is one of the big stretchy ones. G sharp minor add 9. These are a bar each. D sharp 7 for a bar, E for a bar. So C sharp minor add 9, G sharp minor add 9, D sharp 7, E. Now the add 9s, they are a stretch, you know, they're a little bit tricky to get. If you had trouble with that, what you could do is just make them minors rather than stretching out for that note. Just have your little finger 2 frets behind. That's just a straight minor then, C sharp minor. And same for the G sharp minor is that. If you can get the stretch, it's just a minor chord with the little finger moved out 2 frets. And that's an example of where the guitar's probably not doing that. It's probably just playing the minor, but there's someone, like some kind of keyboard or something, playing that ninth, and I think it sounds good. So it's that one, and the 7, and the E. So I'll just demonstrate that. I won't do the push into the C sharp minor add 9 because it's hard to hear the push if I haven't played the previous section. So I'm just going to come straight in on the beat. Onto the chorus. Chorus comes in on a bar of B, bar of F sharp minor 7. This is a little bit like the intro. Half a bar of D sus 2, half a bar of A over C sharp, and then a bar of E add 9. So it's just like the intro, except instead of the E5 on the end, we're doing E add 9 because I think it sounds more like the song at this point. And the other difference is the B is just a straight B chord, whereas in the intro it was a sus4. So I'll just play that sequence once for you. Now in later choruses, not this first one, but in the later choruses, that just repeats exactly what I just did. In this first chorus, when you repeat it, instead of the E add 9 as the last bar, it's a C major 13 sharp 11. Bit of a mouthful, which is that one. And it's just a single strum that rings for 4 beats. 2, 3, 4. It's a really nice chord in the context of the song. It sounds really good, but it's a bit weird on its own. It's also a little bit awkward to get to, might take a bit of practice. So that in this first chorus, that replaces the E add 9 at the end. So I'll just demonstrate this whole first chorus now. I'll play it a bit slower than the actual song. Then we have a bridge. There's a lovely little lead guitar part doing a little kind of anyway, I'm going to look at that on a separate video, and that's really nice. But that's over the top of the bridge chords, which is basically the same as the beginning of the verse. So it's this C sharp minor 7 played like that, E, and then the F sharp add 11. That chord's pushed, which it wasn't in the verse. That's the only difference. And it just does it once. So I'll just play that. Then we repeat the verse, repeat the pre-chorus, and repeat the chorus. And the only difference to how we played them before, as I've already mentioned, is the chorus, you have the E add 9 both times. You don't have that funny C major 13 sharp 11 on the end. We just do the E add 9 both times. Just to clarify that, I'm going to just quickly demonstrate it. So there's a verse, then a pre-chorus. You don't need me to play those again, but I'm going to play the second chorus just so you can see exactly what it is. I'll do it up to speed. So the first solo is over something that's very similar to the intro. In fact, I think it could be the same. If I just check my notes, it's very nearly the same. The only difference between the first solo and the intro is the C major 13 on the end, where we went like this, is now a C major 13 with the sharp 11, which is that one. It's just a tiny difference. So I'll just demonstrate the sequence for the first solo. So that was B sus4, F sharp minor 7, D sus2 to A over C sharp, both in the same bar, E5, and then B sus4 again, F sharp minor 7, D sus2 to A over C sharp again, and then the C major 13 sharp 11. Then there's a repeat of the verse, exactly like before. Same as the first verse and the second verse. The only difference is there's no pushes this time. So those C sharp minor 7s that are at the beginning of each 2-bar sequence, they're not pushed this time. That's a slight difference. I'll demonstrate it quickly. So this is the third verse. Then we've got the second solo, second guitar solo. So this is just the same as the intro, but with the E5 as the last bar both times. So it doesn't go to the C major 13 or the C major 13 sharp 11, it doesn't go to either of those. It's just the E5 both times. So I'll just demonstrate it. So it's B sus4, F sharp minor 7, D sus2 to A over C sharp, and E5 twice. And then there's a repeat of the chorus, and just remember that this chorus, like the second one, it has the E add 9 on the end both times. It doesn't go to the C major 13 thing. And then we've got the end section, which is the same as the second solo section. So just to remind you what that was, I'm just going to play it. I'll play it twice. On the actual song, it repeats several times and fades out. So I'll just do it twice for now. So it just goes around that over and over again, not sure how many times, but quite a few times, and fades out. And that sequence is in the song a lot. The only difference on certain sections is you play E add 9 rather than E5, but it's very similar. So if you have any questions, please put them in the comments. If you like this one, please click like, and please click subscribe unless you've already done so. And look out for more lessons on songs like this, and suggest any others if you want to. Okay, thanks. Right, so we've got B sus4. B sus4 looks like this, the one for this song anyway. We want first finger on the 5th string 2nd fret, third finger on the 4th string 4th fret, fourth finger on the 3rd string 3rd fret, and we don't play this E string, play the others. F sharp minor 7, the one we want is a bar at 2nd fret all the way across, and then third finger on the 4th fret of the 5th string, and fourth finger on the 5th fret of the 2nd string. D sus2 is a bar at 5th fret only over 5 strings, so not covering this string, and then third finger on the 7th fret 4th string, fourth finger 7th fret 3rd string. So we've got A over C sharp. We have the first finger on the 5th string 4th fret, fourth finger 4th string 7th fret, third finger 3rd string 6th fret, and second finger on the 2nd string 5th fret. And we're not playing the 2 E strings, just play the middle 4. E5, just a power chord. We've got first finger on the 5th string 7th fret, third finger on the 4th string 9th fret, fourth finger on the 3rd string 9th fret. We play all of the strings, so we've got 3 open strings here. C major 13, third finger on the 5th string 3rd fret, first finger on the 4th string 2nd fret, second finger on the 3rd string 2nd fret. Not playing the E string here. Then there's a similar chord to that one, which is C major 13 sharp 11. So put your little finger, your fourth finger, where your third was instead, and then your third finger goes down to the 1st string 2nd fret. So we've got nothing on this E string, we're not playing that one. Then we've got 3, 2, 2, open 2. Weird chord. We've got C sharp minor 7. C sharp minor 7 for this song. The shape we want to use is the same shape we used for the B sus4, which is that one, 4th fret. So we've got nothing on the E string, and then we've got 4, 6, 6, open, open. E, this is just a nice standard E major chord, played like that, you probably know that one. F sharp add 11, this is a really nice one, and this is a shape that I don't think I've used in any other songs, but what we need to do is have thumb on the 2nd fret of the E string here, and then third finger on the 4th fret 5th string, fourth finger 4th fret 4th string, second finger 3rd string 3rd fret, and first finger on the 1st string 2nd fret. So the 2nd string's open, you play all of them. Another nice chord. So that's F sharp add 11. We've got a C sharp minor add 9, which is a bar chord at 4th fret, not covering the E string, so just covering 5. Second finger is on the 2nd string 5th fret, third finger is on the 4th string 6th fret, and your fourth finger, it's a bit of a stretch, it's on the 3rd string 8th fret. So we're not playing the E, and it's G sharp minor add 9. That's a bar all the way across at 4th fret, all of the strings, third finger on the 5th string 6th fret, 4th finger, another stretch on the 8th fret of the 4th string. D sharp 7, third finger on the 6th fret of the 5th string, second finger on the 5th fret of the 4th string, 4th finger on the 3rd string 6th fret, and 1st finger on the 2nd string 4th fret. And we're just playing the middle 4 strings. That's important on this one. Don't hit either of those. So it's just the middle 4. B is just a standard major bar chord, barring across all the strings at 7th fret. Second finger on the 3rd string at 8th, 4th finger on the 4th string at 9th, 3rd finger on the 5th string at 9th. E add 9, third finger on the 11th fret of the 5th string, first finger on the 9th fret of the 4th string, 4th finger on the 11th fret of the 3rd string. We play all of the strings, there's 3 opens.